Welcome back to the Money Show on ET Now, and it's time to take all your mutual fund portfolio queries because we know that there are a plethora of funds that are available in the market to invest your hard-earned money in. But how do you assess which is the right fund for your portfolio, and what are the criteria that one should look at to help you navigate through this maze? We have on board Keerthan Shah, founder and CEO at Credence Wealth Advisors. And also do not forget to send us your portfolio queries on our WhatsApp number, that is 865-797-4571. Or you can also email us your queries on themoneyshow@etnow.tv. So let's get started. And before that, Keerthan, hi, very good evening, and always great to have you onto the show. I'll move into our first caller for the show, and online we have Krishnan Chauhan. Hi, very good afternoon, Mr. Chauhan. Good evening, Mr. Chauhan. Please go ahead. We have Keerthan on board, and he's here to answer your query.
Good evening, ma'am. I have shared my portfolio with you. I just want to know about portfolio, and my goal is 50 lakh as a retirement purpose after 18 years.
Keerthan, you heard his query, and he has already shared his portfolio with our team. So let me just read it out. He says that he's investing 1,500 rupees in each of the mutual funds rather. Firstly is ICICI Prudential Small Cap. He also has investment in Kotak Emerging Equity, SBI Large Cap and Mid Cap is the third one, and HDFC Flexi Cap. In all of these, he's investing rupees 1,500 each, and his goal is to get 50 lakh rupees in next 18 years. He started investing since the last month itself. So review his portfolio and any suggestions that how exactly can he reach his goal in the next 18 years.
Mr. Chauhan, first of all, let me divide your question into two. First, let me talk about your goal-based investing that you are really looking at. So, assuming that your portfolio will be able to generate a 12% CAGR over the next 18 years, your 50 lakh portfolio will actually need a 7,000 rupee a month SIP. So, if you are doing 7,000 rupee a month, which is 1,000 rupees higher than what you are currently doing, and assuming that your portfolio will generate 12% CAGR, in 18 months, you should be able to accumulate 50 lakhs. So just increase your SIP by 1,000 rupees more. Talking about your portfolio, look, from a macro standpoint, your portfolio is very well diversified across small cap, mid cap, large cap. I just have one small suggestion looking at the overall overlap of the schemes. You can continue with your ICICI, Kotak and SBI. But I'll suggest you kind of move your HDFC Flexi Cap into Parag Parikh Flexi Cap. What that will do is make sure that you have some value investing style included in your portfolio, but it'll also give you a little exposure to international equities, which your current portfolio does not have. So everything stays constant. Just change your HDFC Flexi Cap to a PPFAS Flexi Cap.
Okay, Mr. Chauhan, that's the advice coming in for you. But moving on to the next query then, Keerthan. This question is from Anil from Agra, and he says that he's a new investor. Which portfolios are the best to invest is his question. He's interested in investing through SIP of rupees 5,000 per month for around next 4 to 5 years. So any suggestions in which portfolio or in which mutual fund he should go on?
Great. I think first, congratulations that you've taken the right step to move to mutual fund investing to start. But because you are a new investor, there are two suggestions that I really want to give you to start with. First, try and keep your investment horizon slightly longer. 4 or 5 years, ideally will only restrict you to take exposure to large cap and a little bit of mid cap. But if you really want to do small cap investing, you will need 7 or 8 years of investment horizon. So see if you can increase your investment horizon from 4 or 5 years to at least 7 or 8 years. Definitely avoid sectorial investing or looking at the last 3 years of return of any particular scheme and investing. If you follow these two advice, I think your journey with mutual fund investing should be good. Talking about where should you invest your 5,000 rupees of SIP? Because your time horizon is slightly smaller, I would largely suggest you to stick to only large caps as most part of your portfolio and a little bit of exposure to mid cap. Keeping that in mind, I would suggest you do 2,500 rupees in ICICI large and mid cap fund and 2,500 rupees into Kotak Equity Opportunity Fund. Split that equally, like I said, 2,500 in each scheme, and you should be good for the next 4-5 years in both of these schemes put together.
Okay, Kirtan, so for today, the last question that we have is coming from Rajesh. He's a 55-year-old citizen and he says that he has rupees 10 lakhs and he wants to have been investing since 2021. He wants an advice on further investments in annuity opportunities. So what will be your advice on that front?
Look, as a new investor, again, a very quick suggestion that you stick to mutual funds instead of picking direct stocks. I understand that you've been doing it for the last 2 years, since 2021, but the markets have been very different than the markets would generally be. So try and stick to mutual funds versus direct equity. That's one. Now, also because you are close to your retirement, you don't have a lot of time to experiment. And which is why my suggestion to you is very simple. Invest in flexi-cap mutual funds and let the fund manager decide, depending on the market valuations, of where do they really want to invest money, large cap, mid cap, small cap. But traditionally, flexi cap funds are largely large cap oriented funds, so which will also make sure that you don't end up taking a lot of risk on your equity portfolio. When you are closer to your retirement, which is 1 year or let's say maximum 18 months, start shifting your money from equity to fixed income, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're close to retirement and markets fall and then your corpus has gone down drastically when you actually want to use that corpus to start getting annuity. So 12 months before your retirement, start moving that corpus systematically to fixed income. And as soon as you are at retirement and you want annuity, move that money to debt, like I said, and start an SWP, systematic withdrawal plan from your debt plan. Try and make sure that you don't take more than 0.5% every month or 6% in the entire year as an SWP from the fixed income portfolio. Outside of that, you can definitely also look at doing senior citizen savings scheme for your annuity management.
Okay, thank you so much, Kirtan, for the advice, and thank you for joining us today on ET Now. Always a pleasure having you on the channel.
Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, viewers, that was to answer all your mutual fund portfolio queries, but let's move on.